Our next guest happens to be at the summit right now, focused on cartels in Mexico and Venezuela. He's former DEA acting administrator Derek Maltz, and he joins me now. Derek, let's start with the size of the problem. The report at the end talking about where drug labs in Mexico tend to be. So it says historically they've been located in western states, but now are represented in half the Mexican states. So what are we talking about? Meth labs, coke processing labs, pill presses? What are we talking about in terms of processing drugs in Mexico?
So, Will, thank you for having me. Number one, methamphetamine production is exploding right now. There was a seizure of 2,000 pounds recently in Los Angeles, 1,000 pounds in Houston and Galveston, another 1,000 pounds seized in the Atlantic region. Cocaine is produced in South America, but obviously using Venezuela as a transshipment point, using the narco-terrorists, the FARC and ELN. They get the drugs into Venezuela, and then from there into the U.S. through the Caribbean, or into Mexico, Central America, or around the world. Fentanyl, obviously, there's labs in Mexico. They're much smaller than the industrial-sized labs for methamphetamine. But the bottom line is the seizures of fentanyl on the border have gone down in half. This past fiscal year, there was only like 12,000 pounds. I'd say only, but last year there was 21.9 thousand pounds. But cocaine was, like 70,000 pounds, and then I think methamphetamine was like 170,000 pounds. So there's still plenty of drugs being produced in Mexico.
Okay, and now the question is whether or not we will put troops on the ground in Mexico in order to combat this drug creation, processing, and the leadership structure of the drug cartels. NBC News is writing that U.S. troops in Mexico would mainly use drone strikes to hit drug labs and cartel members and leaders. The two current U.S. officials and two former U.S. officials have said to NBC some of the drones that special forces would use require operators to be on the ground to use them effectively and safely. Now, this is a report from NBC News. The administration has not commented on the validity of this article, Derek. But we have heard from President Donald Trump several times that while we have had strikes on the seas, he is open to soon moving on to land.
Yes, and I've been calling for strikes against the cartel's leadership and the cartel's poisonous labs for many years now. That being said, let's give President Sheinbaum some credit. We had, 55 high-level major cartel operatives removed from Mexico and brought into the U.S. We have a border that's almost closed right now. We have the Mexican government going after the cartels like they haven't done in many, many years, if ever. I don't really remember the government going after the cartels this vigorously. That being said, this administration is building a powerful force of good to go after evil. And there's a lot of evil in Mexico. So this president will use every tool available to him. And the Secretary of War has been very clear in his discussions with the American public that he will use those tools to decimate and destroy those narco-terrorists. Because, what the American public has to realize, and we've been saying this, but I don't think it's resonating, there's been never in the history of this country a terrorist organization killing this many Americans. So they have to be held accountable. And finally, this administration has got the courage and the willingness to do it. But we want to work with Mexico. We want to give President Sheinbaum the credit for sending all these high-level targets. I was at Dulles Airport when the Los Zetas leaders got off the plane. It's unprecedented, Will.
And it looks like it could be growing. We'll see if this report is true, but it looks like our presence in Mexico in fighting these cartels could be growing very soon to include on the land. Derek, thanks for your time today.
Thank you, Will.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.